Good morning, Hawks.
Today's date is Friday, February 5th, 2021.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For lunch today, there is a choice of Ronti mac and cheese, fresh baked pizza slice, or fresh baked pepperoni pizza slice, classy Clark cranberry salad.
And the sides are garden side salad, crinkle cut fries, frozen fruit treat, and fresh fruit.
Welcome to Animal Review. Today we will be discussing the Goliath bird eater. The Goliath bird eater is a species of carnivorous tarantula native to South America. It is the largest arachnid in the world at a mass of 175 grams and body length of 13 centimeters. It is beaten only by the giant huntsman spider in leg length. The Goliath bird eater doesn't actually eat birds, contrary to what its name suggests. It is called a bird eater because of its capability to eat birds. They actually eat other arthropods, worms, frogs, and small rodents. They also have a bite that is lethal to their prey, but if a person is bitten, they will feel some pain but will be fine. Like all other tarantulas, they are capable of throwing barbed hairs if they feel threatened, which can cause some irritation and itching. Now to Mr. Gamble for the rest of the announcements.
Good morning, Hawks. It's Friday, fifth day of the week, so therefore, yes, it is February the 5th. Some folks like to say it's Friday. That's supposed to be some rain later on. We had a gorgeous day yesterday, but hey, it's all right. We need precipitation sometimes, right? Right. Sports action. Our teams traveled out to Kanapaha on Wednesday. The girls notched a victory. I don't know the score, but the boys did not come away victorious. It's all right. Keep striving, keep playing hard. Teamwork. And next up is Monday the 8th versus Lincoln at Lincoln for both the girls and the boys. So good luck to both our teams. Had a great day yesterday, even though I was away too much. Don't like being away from school at all. But in the morning, we got to kick off with a great ceremony, what they call the beam signing or topping off. It's the ceremonial highest point of the building. So they have a piece of a beam there that they'll install later on. It'll be in the 2-story classroom building, even though we met inside our new cafeteria. And my, is it spacious. Can't wait for y'all to see it when it gets more towards completion. And it looks to be wider than our old cafeteria was long. So it is quite spacious indeed. Should be some good video. I think TV20 was there, and I'll find out later on when this is taped Thursday about how it comes across in their video to share. And we are grateful for all the folks that were able to participate and sign this beam. Moving on, next day in Black History Month for today. And who's the guy smiling behind me? This is Benny Vaughn. Who is that, you might ask? Well, Benny Vaughn was one of the very first black athletes here at the University of Florida. How long ago was that? Really not terribly long ago, sad to say. So he was a track scholarship athlete. Not sure just the year, I believe it was 1968. He was one of the very first, probably not the first, but one of the very first. And this is part of the neat discussion that Coach Moore and I have had going back and forth. And she's been helping me research just who the very first African-American athletes were at the University of Florida. There were, say, a few hundred African-Americans attending UF at the time as students, but none were on any of the sports teams, if you can imagine that. And so what it was like for them to have to go on and deal with that, being the Lone Ranger, so to speak, and dealing with hate mail, yes, they received, that was awful, but persevering. Now, my connection, Benny Vaughn, years and years ago, I had a fitness class at the University of Florida, and he was in it. And I knew that he was older and graduated earlier, and he was like, yeah, I'm taking this class because I'm working on physical therapy and sports massage certifications, and he needed to have this class. And I was telling my folks about it, and my mom and dad were especially my dad was very big in track and field, and he used to help officiate the meets. And like, oh, Benny Vaughn, yeah, he was one of the very first black athletes at UF, and he was a super nice guy, very laid back, very helpful. So when I was researching him for this piece, I found out he went on to be a very successful massage therapist. He's been part of the U.S. Olympic teams for over 4 Olympics, and has a well-established business as sports and therapeutic massage in Texas. And he's got a great quote here about education. Says, education and learning nourish your soul and expand your potential. That's what we're always trying to say to you. So again, salute to Benny Vaughn, and thanks to my discussion with Coach Moore today, we'll get to have some more personal reflections on pioneers here at the University of Florida in Gainesville. Right then, remember, that's be kind to each other always. It's the right thing to do. Work hard each and every one of your classes, all 50 minutes. It's not that long. Finally, give someone a compliment during the day. When you receive a compliment, look that person in the eye and say thank you. All right, let's have a fabulous Friday, Hawks. Thank you very much.
Most of us know about Rosa Parks. She refused to get up and move to the back of the bus. But before Rosa Parks, there was Claudette Colvin.
Claudette was the first African-American woman who refused to give up her seat and moved to the back of the bus. But the news and papers ignored her because at this time she was 15 and pregnant.
Most people might think that Rosa Parks was the first Black African-American woman to start the boycott, but it was Claudette Colvin, 9 months before Rosa Parks. Now, at 69 years old, Ms. Colvin talks about how she had to find the courage to stand up for what was right after learning more about segregation in her high school.
After refusing to give up her seat, she was arrested, saying there was segregation everywhere. The churches, buses, and schools were all segregated, and you couldn't even go into the same restaurants. Claudette Colvin says she does not regret one thing that day. A famous quote from her, "This is my constitutional right."
Miss Colvin was born September 1939. Miss Colvin was raised by her great-aunt and uncle in Reveille, Pine Level, Alabama, after moving to Montgomery at the age of 8. While segregation was awful, Miss Colvin writes, going to a segregated school had one advantage. She found her teachers gave her a good understanding of Black history.
Have a thrilling Friday, and go Hawks!